All right, we're going to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo improving the NBA by staying with Milwaukee, and also going to talk about Luka Doncic coming in out of shape. One is James Harden, but it ain't the first time he done it. But first, let's talk about James Harden. Russell Westbrook, basically, I guess he leaking stuff to the media about James Harden and how everything revolves around James Harden in Houston. And he couldn't believe about how much power James Harden had. And also, it's been reported that the Rockets gave James Harden time off, and he would use that to party in Vegas. And, he didn't speak to the media last night. But let's get to it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out our NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. And this James Harden thing is crazy. I could spend an hour live stream just talking about James Harden, but I will kind of do a little NBA preview video. We kind of getting closer and closer to being able to go live. But let's get to it. Basically, we can start off with the Westbrook thing. Basically, what is being leaked out is that, James Harden run Houston. He would dictate the practice schedule, and he would dictate days off. So the Rockets would basically schedule, like, if they in Atlanta, all right, and they in Atlanta Tuesday, but they don't play until Friday, or they play them on a back-to-back, whatever, home to home. James Harden can dictate the schedule on how they move. So James Harden could be there and say, you know what, I'm a party on Wednesday, we could practice on Thursday, and then whatever. So basically, James Harden was like the head coach or the general manager. He basically dictated the schedule. It wasn't like he was dictating the schedule for the betterment of the team. He dictated the schedule simply because he want to party. They said he dictated the schedule by partying, strip clubs, and all that. And I remember when I ain't had no respect for James Harden is when they played the San Antonio Spurs a few years ago when Kawhi was still there. They sat Kawhi game 6 so they can go to game 7 and he could be healthy. And they lost. The Rockets lost to a Kawhi-less Leonard San Antonio team. And James Harden, after the game, after losing, hitting a low point, James Harden was at the liquor store getting liquor, getting ready to go to the club. So, it's a lot of stories that they said in that Yahoo article that, basically he get whatever he want. He said if he wanted somebody traded, if he want a roster move, he'd tell them to do it. If they didn't do it, he'd threaten to ask for a trade. So, he ran everything in Houston, from practice time to the personnel to the roster. Probably even had input, and I'm just assuming this part. He probably had input on who could be the coach. So, basically, they said James Harden is now basically crying that he want to get traded, and this is the first time that Houston won't allow him to do something that he want to do since he's been with the organization. So, he said it was one time in a film session that when they was in the bubble, that James Harden opted to wait to get his COVID-19 test right before the film session. And Russell Westbrook basically said, start the damn film session without him. He barked that, and then Tony said we had to start it over when he get here. So basically, he alienated a lot of people. That's probably why Robert Covington left. We know that's why Chris Paul left. We know that's why Dwight Howard left. He probably one of the worst teammates ever. And Kyrie was jealous of LeBron getting that treatment, but then again, LeBron was a once in a lifetime talent. And then LeBron brought a championship to Cleveland. LeBron was already a 2-time NBA champion coming back to Cleveland. With James Harden, it ain't like James Harden gonna get you to the NBA Finals 8, 9, 10 straight years, or James Harden not gonna do that. You can put up with somebody if you can put up with your girl shit if she fucking good and she taking care of the kids and she doing paying bills or whatever she doing everything she supposed to do. Most people think that, you live with a woman, you supposed to pay all the bills and, work, and she stay at home. Man, fuck that. If you that type of dude, you need to go back to the early 1900s. So it ain't like that no more. At all. It ain't like that no more. So, at the end of the day, women got to work too. And don't let no woman give you that excuse about, it's the 21st century. You be out busting your ass, working 68 hours a week, and she be at home fucking Ray. But, James Harden, Russell Westbrook not mentioning no words. He said that he wanted Russell Westbrook or he wanted to trade. Houston made it happen. Now he out. Russell Westbrook said a couple months ago, or leaked it through the media, said that he was a scapegoat, this, that, and the third. And, James Harden just becoming what they put Kobe as. And as a bad teammate, Kobe wasn't a bad teammate with Shaquille O'Neal. I can prove that track record, but just looking at it, if you got that much power, LeBron deserved it. But LeBron gonna also get you to the Eastern Conference Finals. He gonna at least probably get you to the Western Conference Finals in a regular year. If you're not injured, with James Harden, what do you get? All you get is career high, career lows, and then, he handled the ball, the offense dictated around him, the roster moves dictated around him, the organization dictated around him. He can do everything he want to do. And then, when y'all make it to the playoffs, he wants you, when you ain't got a rhythm all season, he wants you to pick him up and carry him through the Western Semi-Conference Finals, the Western Finals, and through the championship. And James don't want to take responsibility. James don't want to admit, what? I'm the problem. We probably need a Batman to come in. I need to be Robin. But then again, the Oklahoma City Thunder, he was like Damian Robin. Nigga was like Nightwing or something. You had Batman KD, Batman / Robin, Russell Westbrook, and then you had the Nighthawk or Damian Batman Robin and James Harden. He didn't show up. And James Harden ain't been showing up in critical moments for like the past his whole career. Since, the Thunder was making the playoffs, and he don't want to take responsibility. And his way of taking responsibility is asking for a trade. I'm sick of this organization. Y'all don't do nothing for me. People asking if the Rockets wasting James Harden's career. James Harden wasting the Rockets' time. And they have fought for giving him all this power. They have fought for giving this man all this power. Why would you give this man so much power? No Kanye reference intended. You give him all this power, and he don't show up. He's the problem. Houston be better at moving on from. But then again, if I'm Houston, I'm moving that joker to New York. He not dictating where I'm sending him to. I'm sending who I want to send him to. And then you got the situation where they said they gave him off days and he would use that to party in Vegas, party in Atlanta. And he lied and said, I was training with Lil Baby. You wasn't training. You saw how you looked at the game yesterday versus the Spurs. It made me want to say, Maybach music. I thought he was Rick Ross out there. Talking about he was training when they gave him off days during this off season. You weren't training. You was like Bizarre. Did one push sit up and couldn't get up. Come on, man. Seriously, man. It's just to the point where with James Harden, man. It's just like they created that monster. It's like parents or a mother or father spoiling a kid. He cry, he get what he want. He bitch complain. When he get older, he get what he want. But the thing about when you build up a spoiled kid, a real spoiled kid, they don't understand the structure of the world. So in most situations, most kids go out there, break the law, and mommy, daddy able to pay to get them out. At some point, they stretched that too far, and they end up going to jail, or they end up breaking down in the world. They not ready for the world. No, let me love you. No R&B group reference. They're not ready for that. And James Harden is a spoiled kid. They spoiled him in Houston. And Russell got there like, man, what is this? James Harden said do jumping jacks. He'll be here in 20 minutes. James Harden said start layup line. He'll be here in 30 minutes. They said he don't need to be showing up on time. Had he been punctual, do his own schedule, and showed up on time, they probably respect him. But they don't even respect him because he's not punctual. He's not a leader. Some people can hoop and they can good, but they not leaders. Everybody want to say, the quarterbacks in the NFL is leaders. Not every quarterback is a leader. Not every best player, not every talented player throughout the NBA is a leader. LeBron, Jordan, leaders. But then again, Magic leader, Larry Bird leader. I'm saying? Some guys don't have leadership qualities. Jimmy Butler's a great leader. But to be honest, James Harden ain't meant to lead. He don't know how to take responsibility. He don't know how to lead by example. And that's the issue with James Harden, to be honest. And that's unfortunate, man. And that ain't got nothing to do with his mother. His mother, he went to college, went to NBA, got into college with his SAT or ACT. He's but then again, this is just his lifestyle. This is when this is what he's been enabled to do in Houston. And now when they trying to put a stop to it, now he like, what is y'all doing? I've been doing this my whole time. You give me anything I want, trade me. I want to go to Philly. I want to go to Boston. I want to go to Milwaukee. Trade me. I want out of here. He created this mess. And Houston enabled him to create this mess. And now that everything around him is proven that it's his fault, from the Covington with the house to the Westbrook to the Chris Paul era to the Dwight, Kevin McHale era. It's proven it's his fault. He don't know how to stand up and take responsibility. And also, he's not going to say, well, I'm not Batman, I'm Robin, or I'm Dark, or I'm what's the other one? Nighthawk, or whatever the hell he was, or Damien. Like, he's not a leader. He's not. And then you got your mama speaking out for you. He just want to. And then again, you think he's going to go to Brooklyn? Think he's going to go to Philadelphia? Well, you might do it in Philly because Joel and Ben Simmons do it. You think he's going to go to Boston and do that? Danny Ainge ain't going for that. Brad Stevenson soft ass might have Danny Ainge went there, but he's not going for that. He's not going for that. Honestly, like, dude, he don't know how to take responsibility. And when he go to a championship-esque type of situation, he going to have to take a step back. But then again, this is a guy y'all say every year, because he tear up in the regular season, who can't stop drinking liquor, who can't stop going to the strip club, who can't stop partying. That's what he want. He don't care about championships. He don't care about winning. He just think I'm going to pad my stats like Brian and be the #1 player ever off of stats. And to me, this is just pure ignorance. You give him time off. He said, I've been working now. I went partying with little baby drinking. He come in overweight. Had he came in thin Harden, ripped up Harden. Okay, we give you the benefit of the doubt, but he came out and didn't even have a good game yesterday. And to me, that's just a joke. But then again, y'all see not every player that's great in the NBA got the drive to be the best player, got the drive to be a championship winning player. Got the drive to put the work in the offseason. James Harden don't have it. James Harden just happy to be in this situation. Happy to be one of the 5-10 best players in most people's eyes in the NBA. Happy to put up points and stats. And then with Stephen Silas being the head coach, he don't even respect him enough because ain't no black man going to let James Harden come in and do what he want to do. He not going to let him run. Stephen Silas lose his job before he let James Harden run over him like Mike D'Antoni. So that is what it is. So you got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Stayed in Milwaukee, heard a lot of fans, heard a lot of Golden State Warrior fans, Miami fans, Laker fans who was hoping to get him. And I just think he really, saved the NBA. He really did. With KD, most people blame KD for doing it. But then again, before KD, it was LeBron James jumping with Miami. When you see the best player in the NBA who jumps to Miami and says, I need to learn to win from Dwayne Wade. Come on, all KD did is do what he did. That's the honest fact. And, Giannis just might have, re-put some more integrity in the NBA. He said, I'm going to stay in Milwaukee. I don't care what Nike say. I like being in Milwaukee. This home. I'm going to sign this extension, And if it don't jump, Giannis can always force himself out. This ain't the NFL where they're going to trade you up in Buffalo. But they, you trade you. You're going to go where you want to go. And with Giannis, it's good that he put some more integrity. He put more respect in the NBA. And that's what you want to see. Why would he jump to Golden State Warriors and he don't never improve? He can just hoop the way he hoop and they can win a championship when healthy. Jump to Miami, he ain't got to change nothing. He challenging himself to get better as a basketball player. He challenging himself to improve to get Miami over the top. Get Milwaukee over the top. He challenged himself. And that's all you ask yourself is for an NBA player to challenge himself. Now, you don't want to be in a situation where Giannis 35 years old, like Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley trying to get on the team and trying to make a championship jump at the end of the run. You want to see him get a championship in his prime. So if it don't work the first couple of years in Milwaukee or whatever his time frame is, and then you want to join the team and it's not him in Milwaukee, I got to respect that. You got to respect that, and it's good to see this brother, actually, do what LeBron didn't do and try to sit in Milwaukee. Most people say if he don't win in Milwaukee, he a fool. Oh, he a fool, but then again, he daring to be great. He daring to be different. He won a championship in Milwaukee. Last person to do that was Lowell Center for you young niggas, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the last guy to do it. So he can win a championship in Milwaukee. It's worth more than every championship ring that LeBron got. People say, well, he came back from 3-1 versus the Warriors. Yeah, they didn't. We gonna just forget that they suspended Draymond Green for Game 6. Oh, he won 2 in Miami. We gonna forget that he ran to Miami to create a super team to learn how to win for Dwayne Wade. Oh, the bubble was the weakest championship of all time. No, it was really in the benefit of older players like LeBron James. Chokers like Anthony Davis. He choked in the national championship. Go look up his shoot numbers. With no pressure, no crowd, nobody watching. The bubble was garbage. That's the worst championship of all time. I would put the Big Three championship above the bubble. Garbage. You know, people running with a narrative and don't know nothing about the NBA. People screaming around here, I'm a Laker fan, and don't even know where the name originated from. Ain't no fucking lakes. Ain't enough lakes in LA. They need to take that name and give it back to the Timberwolves. They can be the Los Angeles Timberwolves. They might never have no Timberwolves in Los Angeles. We call them the Los Angeles TMZs. But most people don't even know that. Who George Mike and what keep going on and on. And these young dudes trying to talk about the NBA. This is the low point of the NBA since Magic Johnson and Larry Bird came to the NBA. This is the absolute lowest point in the NBA history. You know, but let's move on. Luka Doncic ain't in great shape. He admitted that he ain't in good shape. He been drinking and smoking that drink and partying with the whatever he from, with them girls like James Harden. So he admitted that he in great shape. And I think, you know, he wasn't in great shape. I think they said to start the bubble or, you know, coming into his rookie year. And then again, for a dude that wanted to win the MVP, you ain't got time in a 72-game season to work yourself into shape. You got to be professional. But then again, you got to think, their season just stopped in September. Where do you draw the line at? Do we rest in October? Shit, October, November. And then what time do Luka Doncic got to get in shape? Because you know what he going to do. When he get out the bubble, he going to stretch his arms, stretch his legs. He going to eat the food he didn't get to eat, drink the drink he didn't get to drink, do the partying that he didn't get to party. So, in my opinion, the NBA was premature and they started. Honestly, they was really premature in starting this. But then again, if they see a high number of injuries and stuff, they're going to regret this. But then I can't blame Luka for coming out of shape. It just wasn't enough time between the bubble until now and to get in supreme shape and enjoy your offseason. I think the NBA dropped the ball there. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links, description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. If you want to advertise your business channel, video request, chop it up, hit me up on social media. All the links are in the description. Once again, want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well too. Best way to donate, share the video, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Check out the YouTube channel out, Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube. One time we go.